Hi guys, I'm Insidious, and today I'm going to be talking about SCP Secret Lab. I'm going to be explaining why it's a brilliant concept but an administrative failure. Before I get started, I just want to thank all of you for the amazing support I've received. We recently crossed 1 million views on the channel and I'm almost at 3,000 subscribers. I'm just so happy to be where I am right now and I can't wait to go even further with the channel. So if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe and check out some of my other content. Now, let's dive right into the game. SCP Secret Lab is made by Northwood Studios, a small indie studio based out of Leszno, Poland. The game was released at the end of 2017 to a modest reception, with thousands of players downloading the game upon release. Secret Lab has held more than 1,000 players online at any given time since its release, and has steadily gained momentum over the next several years, with a peak active player base of nearly 14,000 in late 2023. Northwood has released countless major updates and massive reworks in that time, and they often make changes practically overnight that leave certain parts of the game unrecognizable from what they used to be. For instance, on March 4th of 2018, SCP-096 was added. On July 3rd of 2018, SCP-939 was added. SCP-079 was temporarily removed, but was reworked and then re-added on December 17th of 2018, making this a very big year for SCP development. In addition to game-changing SCPs being added, massive reworks such as Scopophobia and Parabellum have completely shifted the dynamic of the game. Despite these massive changes, the community has seemed to only grow in size and support the game even more as it evolved. No matter how many times the gameplay balance got completely flipped on its head, the fanbase adapted and almost always agreed that it was for the best, which has allowed the game to transform into what it is now. That said, the game isn't changing as much as you might think. Not counting seasonal SCPs, it's been nearly 5.5 years since a playable SCP was added, and it's been 6 years since a new human class was added, way back in May of 2018, when the Facility Guard was added. Although the gameplay loop and balance has shifted drastically, it's still the same monsters and factions facing off each other. Admittedly, this isn't a major problem. The SCP universe has remained the same for many, many years, and is still an iconic universe with a massive fanbase. So the community isn't starting to hate the game simply because it's the same people facing off against each other, but rather the community is starting to feel starved for variety. While the game holds a player base, this has actively helped lower the game's popularity. This lack of new content is helping kill the game, but it's not the main cause of the game's failures. Secret Lab also suffers from rampant administrative failures across the entire server base. Nearly all of the game's servers are community-run, meaning moderation is often left in the hands of unqualified fans. While Northwood does have a lot of influence over these servers are run, they prefer to set lofty rules than actually take a hands-on approach of enforcing them. This leaves many servers to run an honor system until their local moderation can take effect. On one official server, I've even heard someone saying the N-word with a hard R getting away with it without so much as a slap on the wrist, playing again after this. Meanwhile, I got banned for 30 days on that exact same server for listening to the song Illegals in My Yard on Proximity Chat.
Illegals in my yard.
Now, I'm not trying to make a complicated statement about what should or shouldn't be allowed on this server. If they say that this counts as a racist joke, then I can respect their rules and I'll take my sense of humor somewhere else. What I'm saying is, I was never warned even a single time that this could get me banned. There was not even a single moderator that told me this was a bannable offense. I was just banned, and that was that. At the end of the day, this is happening on the same server. It makes the administrative side look sloppy and careless, and many of the fanbase agree that the moderation is one of the greatest flaws of this game. These fan-made servers can't possibly afford to moderate everyone and everything 24/7. So the current moderation strategy is to hire a small collection of people who log on and impose strict bans against anyone who commits even a minor social faux pas in front of them, just to make an example. However, this doesn't work. The game is 100% free to play, so someone who just got banned could create a completely new account. There's no leveling system or anything that would save progress, so there's no difference between a veteran account and a newly created one. If I wanted to scream slurs at people all day and troll the game until I get banned, it could take weeks or even months before I'm banned off every major public server. This is the same kind of problem that Team Fortress 2 has, where anyone can create a bot account, and it's way too easy for them to create new accounts and way too difficult to get them banned off the servers. All in all, this game is a moderation nightmare. That said, if it sounds like I hate the game, I really don't. I actually love it, especially the player base. Some of the funniest moments I've ever had online were in this game.
Yo, what's 096 doing down there, man?
Bro, I got him stuck down there, dude. I was on the magnet, bro. I said, "Hey, you want to go kill that scientist inside the room?" And he like jumps. I was like, "Okay." Then I look at him, dude. He goes for me, dude. I don't know why. He goes for me, man. So I just jumped down. He followed me, and he got stuck down there.
Whoever said that, I'm nowhere.
I have no idea what happened there.
Oh, Kyle.
I'd honestly say it feels like a chat room with a game attached. Even when you have to spend 5 to 10 minutes in spectator chat, there's almost always something interesting or funny going on. And a large portion of the player base has a soundboard, myself included, so these servers are genuinely hilarious when people are using their sounds right. I absolutely love being able to play music or blast meme sounds the entire time, and if you don't like that, you can just mute me. I won't be offended. It's a nice system, and the community is truly my favorite player base of any game ever. And for a completely free game, that's incredible. The only downside is that the official rule set seems to be the complete antithesis of this. For instance, most servers have rules against using soundboards in dead chat or SCP chat, or even on the intercom and radio sometimes. While I do understand that you don't want player chat systems to devolve into a mindless slurry of noise, something just rubs me the wrong way about telling me what sounds I'm allowed to make. There's also rules against locking SCPs in rooms and so on in certain servers. Considering that this game is part of the horror genre, the fact that we're not allowed to outsmart monsters just doesn't feel right. I feel like most servers should incorporate systems like SCPs can open doors from the inside but not the outside, or something like that. But telling players they're not allowed to outsmart the mindless monsters takes away from the fact that this is literally an adaptation of a horror game. One thing I don't like is that you can't team with SCPs no matter how desperate it is. Even if there's 20 MTF against one SCP and one Chaos, the SCP and the Chaos will be obligated to attack each other first and foremost. While I'm not the biggest fan of the Hunger Games series, I do appreciate an uneasy alliance now and then. And in the end, I feel like if you're going to force an SCP to kill a Chaos Insurgency when neither of them are going to win if they do that, it just feels like you're forcing them to follow this one gameplay scenario that really has a predestined ending. You're not letting the players choose or decide what happens on their own, they're just being forced to follow what you think is their own destiny. This is especially problematic because SCP Secret Lab has made it extremely clear time and time again that they are not a roleplay game. Their official servers and many of the non-official servers have made it extremely clear they do not want the players to be acting as if they were real characters in the SCP universe. However, when the rule set says you have to pretend or at least play as if you were a real character in the SCP universe, it blurs the line between whether or not this is a roleplay game or you're just players having fun. As I said before, there's no leveling or reward system. Whether I win or lose the round, it doesn't affect me whatsoever. You're constantly switching between teams. Every time you die, you have a chance of respawning on the opposite team you were before. So, trying to force the players to act as if they were these fictional characters does blur the line a bit. That said, I'm just nitpicking here. I really do enjoy the game. It's free, so I think you guys should download it too. I'm sure many of you would enjoy the game as well. The state of the game is pretty bad with the development and the moderation being completely atrocious at the moment, and I don't see that getting better anytime soon, but honestly, if that's something you can live with, I think you'd be able to enjoy the game too. Anyway, that is all I have for you guys today, so be sure to check out the game, subscribe, comment down below if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next video. Keep it real.